What's up, guys? My name is Robbie. I also go by the name of Closing Dime. If you're seeing this video, that means you signed up for a 7-day free trial to our premium plan, or you already pay monthly for our plan. In this video, I'm going to walk you through all of the features we have to offer with the Sharp Money Discord and how you can maximize each of our features for the most profit. All right, let's get into it. Our main feature that we have is our positive EV bot. The EV stands for expected value. I'm going to do a quick rundown of what expected value means for those people that don't understand it. But essentially, what we're doing is scanning all the sports books, all the odds, all the spreads, and we're trying to find value compared to the market average. So essentially, if let's say Caesars comes out with a line saying Patriots +7, and every other book has the Patriots +5, then there's clear value on Caesars. Now, this also works with odds. So if we have the Patriots +7 on Caesars for minus 150, and all the other books have the same spread at minus 200, then clearly the value is on the minus 150 play. So basically, our bot is just scanning markets every 5 minutes looking for what we call positive expected value plays. This is what our positive EV bot will display when it finds a positive expected value bet. Now we have 6 sports books that we are filtering from. This one is in the DraftKings channel, and this bet is for the 76ers minus 148. This is a first half head to head, so that means money line. This bet is flagged at 1.58% EV, and that is just a percentage that our bot comes up with based on the true odds of this line. Now we have underneath that is the implied win rate, which is 60.62%. And we have the DVIG method, which is the additive method here. Now we use a worst case scenario between the additive and the multiplicative method. Basically, DVIGing a line is just removing the tax from the line and then finding the true odds. So there's a couple methods you can use, and we use the worst case method, which displays the lowest EV. So it basically ensures that this play is actually 1.58% EV. Now underneath we have what we call the Kelly criterion, and this is basically a recommended unit size to place on this bet. So right here, I typically recommend betting with the quarter Kelly. This is recommending 0.58 units. I would just go a half unit on this one. And basically what the Kelly does is it takes your positive expected value, takes your win rate, and it basically comes up with a unit size to place. This is the most optimal unit size to maximize profit and limit your downswings. Now, the big part of our positive EV bot is this pinnacle graph below. So this play is flagged on DraftKings. So it's going to give us the corresponding bet for pinnacle. And every one of these dots you see here on the bottom chart, this is every 5 minutes of the pinnacle line. So we can see a little while ago that pinnacle had this line at minus 165.5, and they've priced it all the way down to minus 178. So you are getting great value right now if you bet this at minus 148 on DraftKings, and that's where the bot makes you money. This market is also trending in favor of the 76ers. So right now, this bet is 1.58% EV, but if this trend continues, this line could close around minus 200, and we would be getting a ton of value. I want to show this example of a play that our positive EV bot flagged. Now, this is a play that I'm most likely going to avoid because the pinnacle odds are moving in the wrong direction for us to gain value. So essentially, the EV bot is saying that this is a 2.8% EV play for the over 3.5 runs at minus 145 odds on DraftKings. Now, if we look at the pinnacle odds down here, by the way, Pinnacle is the sharpest sports book that we can track data on. So we can trust their lines are more accurate than our retail books like DraftKings, MGM, and Caesars. And there's reasons behind that. I'll have other videos up about that. But essentially, we can trust these Pinnacle odds to be more accurate than our retail books. So when we're looking at this Pinnacle graph, not too long ago, they were offering this bet at minus 200, and they have trended all the way up to about minus 170. If this trend continues and this market moves to about minus 150, then we are no longer going to have expected value at our minus 145 price. So this is a good way to use the charts to your advantage. I like to bet Any chart that is moving in the downward direction, that means we are gaining value on our bet. Any bet that is moving upwards means we are losing value on our bet. If this is like a stable market, then I have no problem betting into it. And we also have to look at the odds on the left side of this chart, because sometimes the graph looks very drastic at moving up or down, but it might only be a 5 cents difference. It all depends on um, the longest and shortest odds that the chart is graphing. So the chart might display something that looks a little weird to you. But essentially, we just want to pay attention to the odds on the left and see where the chart's moving. The other thing I want to talk about that I didn't mention in the last one is at the very bottom of the chart, it says today at 1:40 p.m. That's the game time. So just pay attention to that too, because the bot does flag plays for days out. So you have to make sure that the time matches up. Also, a very important thing is when you're playing the bot plays, make sure you are betting the same odds that the sportsbook is offering and that the bot is flagging. So, for example, if I log into DraftKings right now and I'm supposed to bet this at minus 145 and the line is now minus 150, then the value is already gone. So you have to be quick with these lines. Once you see a play pops up, go ahead and attack that sports book and try to get some value locked in. I just clicked over to the ESPN bet page, and this page is empty right now because there are no current positive expected value plays for the sports book. Now, our EV bot clears all previous bets that are no longer available and only posts plays that are currently available. We just didn't want the channels to be clogged with old bets that you had to filter through. So if you see a bet in one of these channels, then they should be good to go. Now, our second bot that we have is our prop bot. This identifies positive expected value for props. Right now, we only have the MLB market up, but we have basically every single prop besides triples and doubles listed. The one cool thing that we do is with FanDuel, they're a little tricky to bet into the player prop market because they're the only book that won't void your bet if your player is not in the starting lineup. So if your player comes in to pinch hit and they just have one at bat, then your bet will lose if they don't meet the criteria for your winning bet. The other books will void if your player is not in the starting lineup. So what our bot does is it searches MLB.com for the starting lineups, and if the player is in the starting lineup, the bot will say that that player is starting and what position they're in. So for the most part, you want to avoid FanDuel props where the player is not in the starting lineup, unless it's someone that is in the lineup, most of the time. A lot of the big names will always be in the lineup, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. So that wraps up all of the channels that our positive EVBot posts into. So let's check out the other pages. So right here we have callouts. These are plays that myself, Jace plays, and Math wins. We'll be posting plays that we find using other resources in our positive EVBot. So we use other data and stuff to find our bets here. Now these are all going to be channels just for the premium subscription. So you have all your plays channels that you can talk in. Pretty much like just a standard premium chat, all your sports by topic. Basically, these diamonds right here mean that you're in the premium section of the plan. Now, this community chat down here, this is open for anyone. This is anyone that has a free access to our Discord. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the Discord, you will see our bios. Now we have a bio for each of us, and we basically just explain our betting strategies, how we got into sports betting, and obviously how much money we've made doing it. So we want you guys to be confident in our callouts, confident in what we have built here at the Sharp Money Discord. So read those bios. Feel free to ask any questions. Thank you guys so much for joining the premium plan. Hope you guys love it. Let's go make some money together.